Okay.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful. I'm so happy and excited so we can start this episode. Today, I feel very excited about this episode's topic because I felt like it would be very in tune to everything we've been experiencing ourselves personally. And I think it's something that is really relevant to today's world and modern reality about relationship, but about people's getting smarter with themselves and more aware. So I cannot wait, but our topic of today's episode would be around the fact that what happens, what are the negative sides, quote unquote, of being too emotionally aware and too emotionally intelligent, right? So if that's you, you should absolutely keep going and keep listening with us because everything has an extreme in life. And when
Mm,
we lose balance of some things, in our case, we've become so aware of our own internal world, of other people's reality, of our triggers, of their triggers, of our problems, their problems, of our limits, their limits. We're becoming so aware, observing so many things around us that it comes to a point that I've lived multiple times, comes to a point where I get too much in my head, comes to a
mm,
point that everything becomes so overwhelming because it's
mm,
like going to a place and you are having not just one, two, three groups of people talking and then trying to interact with you, but you're walking in a room and now it becomes 100 because
mm,
you have become aware of all of this, because you're
mm,
noticing a lot of more things that you used to notice 20 years ago in your life, or even
mm,
people in general, because we have pushed more and more this intelligence into us, and we've
mm,
grown into having so many tools and resources and to become more intelligent,
mm,
emotionally speaking, right?
mm,
But then what happens when there's so much input of information, and let's talk about it more specifically when we're into a relationship or an intimate relationship or with close relationship with our family or with a partner or with someone at work, right? We notice a lot, and then you accumulate that with all your other relationship and your other things you want to get into in your life, and you want to get better, you want to get more improved, you want to get more, progressive in your project, you want to get more performant. We want more, more, more. So there's a
mm,
lot of things happening and a lot of input and overwhelmed, right?
mm,
And so what I want to say is that everything must come with balance. It's good. It's great to have more awareness. It's great to notice things, but let yourself the chance to experience it more into your body. Let
mm,
yourself the chance to let time unfold so you can
mm,
see more and more what comes out of it. Let
mm,
yourself more go back to an innocence of going back into the embodiment and let the mind run, because your mind can play against you, whether it's whatever the subject, it can play against you or it can play for you,
mm,
right? So
mm,
even if it's a topic about, oh my gosh, it's about affirming myself, let's say, and I want to affirm myself. The topic might be good because we have pushed that forward to be good about. But if you start thinking about all the other reasons why I did not affirm myself in the past, oh, and I remember now this example, I haven't affirmed myself. Oh, yeah, now in the future, I'm going to do that. And you keep thinking about this topic, but in a very overthinking manner, it will not serve you. You're
mm,
starting to get anxious and
mm,
stressed, even
mm,
if the topic per se is a good one. Do you understand where I'm going with? So
mm,
we have to, I'm starting to realize as I move towards in my life that no matter what's the topic, it doesn't matter. What
mm,
matters is the balance and the way we treat information
mhm,
and in our mind,
mm,
because it affects our
mm,
perceptive, it affects our experience.
mm.
So I'm gonna stop there, but I could keep going. But let me know what you think, Miriam. I feel like we're really connecting onto that.
Of course. I mean, thank you so much I think you mentioned a few different points that are so, so, so important. And I think, especially for us women, we go, we go through that, as you just mentioned, right? It's like, you just said it before starting this episode. we go through these emotions, through these images, through these moments of awareness, day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment, like so intense. Sometimes the more we practice having awareness, the more we sense not only the awareness part, but I would say even deeper, the energy part, the energetic part, right? Sometimes you just enter the room and you feel the energy of someone. Oh, just wait a second.
Okay. Um, so this is already something, right? Wait, just one second. Can I stay here? Okay. Uh, okay.
If you want, I can keep. If you want to install yourself somewhere. Sorry, guys. There's an interruption.
No,
You want
no,
to
no,
keep
no, it's
going?
okay.
You feel?
I can stay here. So as you said, so this part is already very tricky for us with the cycle, right? So just knowing that we are different every week and then every day as well, every moment as well, to have different emotions. And then what else did she say? Yes, this part of just noticing that we notice everything, right? Like sponges bringing everything in, but then to filter what is actually reality, right? What should we keep?
Mm,
What should we, what should we kind of like keep in the system as an observing person, right? Without expressing it. Not everything needs to be said. Not
mm,
everything needs to be. This is something I heard today from another woman that I was talking to, and she also said, like, not every thought that you think is reality, right? It's just sometimes it's just, especially for women, just at the moment. So just like I don't know, think about filtering it, keep bringing it all in. You know, the coffee filter, bringing it all in, but then they really take some time slowly to know like what is the truth for you, what is really present, and what do you actually want to keep in your reality, because that is also something that you always say, right? Everything is within, so we can also decide what do we want to take from it, what do we don't want to take from it, because not everything is true. I believe that everything can be true. So as you also mentioned, if you want to choose to focus on the negative, maybe on the dramatic stuff that are happening, the difficult energy, the tension that you're feeling, you will focus on that, and that will be the reality, and that will be your truth.
yeah.
If you choose to see that, yes, might be, but maybe there is a reason for it, and maybe I choose to find a solution for it, or see it in a different way, or see it in a different light.
Yeah.
I have this example a lot with students coming late to class, right? And I want to start on time. So many times it triggers something in me, and I always feel like, oh my God, this is so disrespectful. And I always put a sign, please don't enter after 5 minutes when I start, because I bring the other students into an energy, right? And you
Mm,
interrupt that energy. And for a long time, I was thinking that is my rule. This is something I want to stick with. And then I was thinking, but I don't know what happened, right? Maybe the
mm,
person missed the train, the bus is a mom, whatever. So I choose to see it with a different energy, and also to keep up the space. When I see there's interruption, to keep up the space and to change the energy in the space
mm.
within the class. So yeah, I think we can we can really choose how we want to like sense those energies.
Selective filter.
Mm, and I think it you make your day easier, your life easier by being aware of it, but not giving too much value into every every thought, right?
I love it, girl. I love it. Oh my gosh, that brings me to this inspiration where back in the 50s or 50 years ago and more, women were still very aware, but differently. They were aware of what the man has done or not, being tired, the
Mm,
kids needing feed. It was more physically observant, like what has been
mm,
done or not, and less emotionally aware, right? Not that they were not
mm,
intelligent, but it was just different, the degree of what they would be aware of. And you mentioned it today, becoming more emotionally intelligent just makes you more aware of now the energy field, of now the feeling with the other, of now your state of emotions compared to their state of girl. It now it's just being amplified. So not only you noticing what needs to be done in a day-to-day life and a task, now you have that on top of it. So women,
mm,
we're just being, we talk about women here because we're two beautiful women here, but obviously if you relate as another gender, it's completely inclusive, right? But like you start to understand, wow, we're getting a lot of things, and we have to not only select but learn to let it go. Because
Mm,
among, let's say, 1,000 of information you're getting into that moment, what do you choose to select, like you say? And I think
mm-hmm,
that we talk about women here, let's say, women's history has been about wanting to feel safe. The whole reason
mm,
of wanting to connect with people, finding the right partner, being blissful and happy in our life is that we want to feel safe in
mm,
any community. And to feel safe means that sometimes, and I've seen it in many women, we can discuss that another topic, they are self-protective. They're going to be
mm,
either going away or confronting, insulting, being in a defensive mode, right? And
mm,
and so when women go into a defensive mode, or any humans, right? What do we do by reflexes that we go here? And that's the thing, is that we use right now, with all the new information and the new awareness that we have brought in into our life and our being, is that we use by default our brain, our mind, our logic. But what happens when we hear? We're not here,
mm,
right? And we talked about a little bit about masculine, about another episode, I think, with another friend of mine, about the masculine and feminine energy. And we talked
mm-hmm,
about the beauty of it, the importance of reconnecting to our heart and the blossoming, because being in our heart and being in this flow as a woman is a rightful place. So when we
mm,
use our mind, and it's okay to use our mind, trust me, we're very intelligent, but when you use too much of here, you can feel it.
mm,
Like, notice it, guys. If you feel like you're overthinking, if you feel like you're just thinking of all the little each details of the details of the detail, take a moment. You can feel the energy, like your energy of your body being here. Me, I
yeah,
can literally feel my energy being more concentrated here. And that's when I
mm,
know this new awareness. That's when I know I'm too much here, right? So we use our mind and our brain to protect ourselves so we can feel safe. But what happens is that we
mm,
disconnect ourselves from a feminine energy, because
mm,
here is masculine, here is
mm,
feminine,
mm,
right? So what happens
mm-hmm,
when too much in our masculine energy, we go back to a certain desire of control, desire of certainty, desire of understanding things, desire of being more impatient because we want answers now in whatever situation you found yourself. But when you come back to your feminine energy, what happens, guys? We go back in your flow. You go back in a sense
mm,
of trusting. You go back in a not forcing things around and letting things come to you instead of chasing.
mm,
And that, for me, when I started to understand that more and more, especially in closer relationships, it's a great reminder, because I want to
mm,
keep living my life in an intelligent way, but I want to still flow. I don't want to chase in my life. I don't want to chase
mm-hmm,
thoughts. I don't want to chase people. I don't want to chase answers. I don't want to chase.
mm,
I want to
yeah,
flow. And I think when we say that,
mm,
it relates to everyone, and it really is inspiring for everyone, because I think it's really is something we want to do in life. We're tired of chasing, guys. We've grown in
mm,
a society that about chasing constantly, or about forcing things, about trying to get the best grades, about listening to rules that were not fit for us. We're tired of chasing. We're not meant
yeah,
as a birthright to be chasing, guys.
mm,
We're meant to be our highest self, aligned in love, embodied, whatever works for you, whatever your lifestyle, dream lifestyle looks for you. It doesn't have to list anything that you see in the social media. It has to be with you. It's about
mm,
attracting, it's about manifesting, it's about being of that abundance. And I
mm,
realize that when we lose ourselves in those overthinking moments, then we lose the footing with our connection with our
mm,
heart. And it's okay, guys.
mm,
I think Miriam and I included, we keep gonna have this beautiful dance and battle, but it's just a question of how long you let yourself be here, and how long
mm,
you're willing to come back here.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, today I really have to say, like, you're on point with
In your life
with,
right now.
with everything. No, but also with the points that you're mentioning, right? They're so like true and so important. Like this part of over analyzing things. are not in our nature. Absolutely not. And we feel it. Like the moment we get anxiety, especially as women, right? Why we didn't get this text, why we didn't get this response, stuff like this. Why is someone pulling away? That is so normal. This overthinking is not in our nature. Absolutely not. And
Mhm.
we sense that the moment where we feel like completely in ease and in flow, that is the natural
Mhm.
state. But to bring a new aspect in, how do we get there? So the moment we feel we are here, right, that is the triggering point. How can we decenter ourselves again and come back? Like, what are the tools for it? So I
Mhm.
just mentioned to you before, because that is something I'm struggling, what used to struggle with before. And what I sense is, I mean, of course, when I'm really by myself, is my practice, the yoga practice, doing the thing that keeps me connected to myself. But sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes I'm still here and I can sense it.
Mhm.
And to me, is really, and I would encourage other people to do the same, to talk to women that you trust, that you feel like a strong, beautiful, that give you that energy of like a mom, but caring, but also being very neutral, and giving you a different point of view. Because that is always something where I feel connects me so strong to myself. And I think I'm not sure if that's something that is in every bubble or seen the same, but um, I see a lot of scenes where women are in competition and they don't share these vulnerable moments with themselves or with each other, so they're not trying to be honest, right? And that is something that will also make you stay up more here, but when you found those few people, and you start
Just say
sharing, you feel safe and you understand again, like that is reality, that is the truth, and you naturally come back again into this because you shared those anxieties, those
yeah.
thoughts, those over analyzations, because they're not reality. It's just in the head. So that is something that helped me a lot to come back down again and to feel myself grounded and
Love it.
to let go of it and to find ease and peace
Mhm.
again. So
Mhm.
maybe that's something that is helpful. Maybe you have another tool. I
I
don't
love
know.
it. I love it so much. So I love what you said. So going back to the tools, the first one, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I think it depends of the level of trigger and intensity of what we're experiencing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not, right? And so she said it, going back with yourself, doing a yoga practice. And the second point is sharing, because as women and men also, because I have men clients as well, that they started to be more connected with expressing themselves and communicating, and they're sharing more with other men, and then it inspires the men to listen and to like understand each other. And listen, they don't maybe talk as long as us, but they're still doing it, and they've been telling me, Macy, I feel very better when I talked about it.
Mm,
What a new concept for, you know what I mean? But it felt good because that's what it is. Humans are social. We're
mm,
community beings, driven. So
mm,
it does feel good because we can share our weight and our anxiety with
mm,
someone else, or just like you said, let it go. So I love that so much because that has been working for me as well. And
mm.
of course, work sometimes writing with AI. We all guilty of it. But to be honest, it depends on the intention you use it. Because if you use it to just overthink even more, guys, stop it now. Okay,
Mm,
just stop it now because that's not gonna help you anymore. Another tool I would add as well that helps me is the meditation part. When I really take a moment to breathe with myself and meditate, and I start to become an observer of my own ongoing
mm,
thoughts, and I observe
mm,
it without judgment, and I decide, it's a decision, guys. I decide, okay, I'm fed up. I'm fed up of myself. I'm fed up of overthinking it. I'm fed up of all this. It's energy
mm,
driven. It's like not driven. It's energy dying. Like it drains so much of your energy to be
mm,
playing with this mind constantly and overthinking all the details and affecting your
mm,
emotional state, and emotional state affecting your mind. So I make a decision as I go, and I'm like, it's enough. Miss.
mm,
To let go. I let go of
mm,
what it means. I let go of what's the conclusion of it. I let go of the thoughts that I'm having. It's never perfect. I think it's a mix of all the things and time as you go on. And I
mm,
refocus on experiencing the body.
mm,
So what it means is
mm,
that sometimes we don't have the answer. Often, actually, always, we don't have
mm,
the answer, guys. All the things we
mm,
possibly can think right now, we won't have more the answer. It's
Mm,
only as you go on with life, only as you
mm,
tackle life tranquilly and you let go of getting the answers now and you go back to the
mm,
present moment, guys. Go back to
mm,
your present moment. Focus back to what needs to be done right now. Just go back to like focusing back into simple things and let the
mm,
things unfold as it needs to be
mm,
unfolded within the time
mm,
given, right? Because what
mm,
happened, and we discussed that before, Paul, is that I haven't realized that, but I realized that recently that we're so strong emotional beings as we grew aware that our emotional state can even affect our mind. We used to think our mind can affect it goes both ways. Like the mind can affect the
mm,
emotional state, the emotional state can affect the mind. So when we have
mm,
so much strong emotions, it goes to a point that it affects our whole perception of our reality, of this current situation, wanting to make certain decisions quickly and whatever else. And I've been reminding myself that actually, what is your current state before taking any decision, right? Because if your current
mm,
state is anxious, is stressed in a way, or overthinking, is in a masculine energy, is disaligned, you won't be making the
mm,
best decision. And it's okay, we have all done decisions in whatever state we were, but you won't be smart and divinely wise as you take those decisions just because of your current state. Let
mm,
yourself come back in a more peaceful, neutral space, neutral position, loving spot, confident love with
mm,
yourself, feminine energy alignment
mm,
before taking any decision or direction. Because it can
mm,
really strongly play with ourselves. Because, like you said, we're spaghettis. Men are often waffles, we're spaghettis. Everything gets connected and
mm.
mixed and everything. So it's not clear.
Yeah.
We're very strongly connected with our emotions. So it can really mess things up around. So it can really change literally your perspective about something you thought it was amazing opportunity. And just because you shifted your energy, you're like, oh my gosh, it's the shittiest opportunity. Something like, oh my gosh, this man that I have in my life is the most beautiful or very attractive. Or next time you have emotional state at all over the place,
For
like, oh
instance,
my gosh, she's not that attractive at all anyway anymore, you know? And I hope that it relates to you guys. But so let us be smart with ourselves. Let us be wiser. And for
mm,
me, that's this last trick for me was like just to let go. Because at some point I get fed up. Like I'm like, Macy, stop. It's enough. It's just go back to your body. Go back to simplicity. It's like you have
uh-huh.
to like. It's crazy that I have to like dumb myself down in a way. I don't know if it relates, but like I have to dumb myself down and stop
Mm,
thinking everything and trying to monitor everything and observing. Oh my gosh, this bottle is there. Why
mm,
isn't it there? Oh my gosh, this person
mm,
said that, not that. What does it mean? I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find when I'm in this align and too much in my head, then everything gets worse. So I start to get
mm,
meaning and finding meaning in every little thing that happened
mm,
when
mhm,
it's no when
mm,
no most people don't live this way. Most things in life doesn't have to all take significance, you know.
mhm, mhm. That was a lot.
I can tell I relate a lot to what we
Like this episode is really for you. But I love that you are so strong into it. I mean, you know what I also sense in there's beauty into it, and there's too much of there can be too much of beauty into those things, right? So especially our scene, wellness practitioners, yoga teachers, Reiki healers, coaches, therapists, all these things, right? We tend to overanalyze because we want to, we need to also, we need to understand a lot of
we
things.
used to, yeah,
And
that's how
we are
we bring
used
our
to,
work.
we cannot turn the mind off. The moment we come home, we continue with this through our life. What I saw after also working in this space for a long time, what I sense is what helps me sometimes to also come back here into the heart space is to change my environment. So then to completely go towards other people that are not in that scene, can be an
Love it.
architect, can be a IT person, a technician, I don't know what, like engineer. My brother, for example, super radical person, you know. When I tell him my thoughts, he sometimes why you do that? Why do you even think about it? For example, me, I question myself, okay, what would you do? I don't know, if you have 5 more days to live, what would you do? Would you, and you're allowed to save one person? Stuff like this, you know what we do? Over exaggerating, going into deep thoughts, and I mean, he's like
Uh-huh.
bringing me down again. Why do you even think about that? Focus on this, what you have right now. You know, that kind of energy can be also very, very healing or neutralizing in that moment, right? So put yourself just into a different environment, hang out with different people, put yourself in a different
Love
working
that.
situation, whatever, right? And
Different
then
of
it
dynamics. Mm-hmm.
exactly, and it will also give you a different input on it, and it will calm you down again. So that is also a tool that really helped me. And another thing I just wanted to add, when you said that another tool for you is to meditate and to let it go, that is 100% also a tool that I would like confirm, like the connection you have towards source, towards God or whatever, to make a little prayer, make an affirmation, manifestation, whatever, and just say like, guide me, bring me the thing that is okay for me, and let the thoughts go that are not necessary, right? And then you really let it go,
Mm-hmm.
and just be in the present moment again. Because when we overthink, we want to play a little bit God. We are not God. So come back towards the present moment and just
Mm-hmm.
see what you have right now, and then I think you can calm yourself down again. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
let
I
it.
think it's a beautiful conclusion, my dear Mariam. I want to be mindful of the time, even though I'm like, ah,
Uh-huh.
fully it. This is beautifully said, really. And that's true. Like we get it so much more intelligent. We have more access to information in our life. So it
Mm,
becomes more fill up there, And anything, like you said, can be too extreme. So we have to find our balance. Our life is not meant to be monitored all the time. So that's really the
mm,
conclusion I want to bring forward to let us stop monitoring too much of our life in here and let us start
mm,
just experiencing life.
mm,
And I think when we're going to find more balance into it, I think that's going to bring us a lot of joy, a lot of peace, a lot of more flow and easiness into our life. Because some people just
mm,
live too much here and just never think here. And us,
mm,
sometimes we're going too much here and we have to go back
mm,
here. And I love the comparison of changing your environment and everything your dynamic. So I really hope
mm.
that really was a refreshing episode. I hope so. I hope you all enjoyed it like we enjoyed it. And we cannot wait to see you in 2 weeks. And thank you so much, Miriam, for your time.
Thank you.